Please come. Mahesh, please come. You have to be there with him. To support you.
Clap, please.
సార్ 1 సెకండ్ సార్ ఒకసారి దగ్గర రండి మేడం కొంచెం ముందుకు రండి కొంచెం ముందుకు రండి yes side and right side yes okay yeah मेरे वाइट नहीं आता yes सर ఒకసారి ప్లీజ్ సర్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి yes ఫ్లాష్ వస్తుంది మొబైల్ మీదకి
Thank you very much. 24th నాడు నెక్లెస్ రోడ్ లో వ్యాక్సినేషన్ డ్రైవ్ ఉందండి. We request you all to spread the word around. ఎవరైనా అంటే వీధిలో స్ట్రీట్ డాగ్స్ ని తీసుకొచ్చి వ్యాక్సినేట్ చేయాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళు అక్కడికి తీసుకొచ్చి ఫ్రీగా వ్యాక్సినేషన్ తీసుకుని వెళ్ళొచ్చు. సో దేర్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో అదర్ సర్వీసెస్ లైక్ నెయిల్ క్లిప్పింగ్ అండ్ ఇయర్ క్లీనింగ్ అండ్ ఆల్ దట్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది రాజేంద్ర నగర్ వెటనరీ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ do there. So we request you all to spread the word. మీరందరూ ఈ న్యూస్ని మీరు న్యూస్లో కవర్ చేసి అక్కడికి మా ఇనిషియేటివ్ని సక్సెస్ఫుల్ చేయాల్సిందిగా ప్రార్థిస్తున్నాము.
What you wanted to say about the foundation, about the initiative that is going to start in Hyderabad, which was very elaborate and very meaningful and also heartrending to people who are pet lovers like me. What I found in Reddy's initiative is very clear. In 1983, when Apollo Hospital started as the first corporate hospital in the country, all clinics were put together into a corporate system. The multi-specialties came into being, and today Apollo has grown to leaps and bounds, and the trust for Apollo Hospital has grown a lot. Similarly, Seven Oaks Pet Hospital in the US, in Florida. A man from Telangana has gone over to the US, started his foundation, I think way back in 2004, and then worked his way up, and a Newman service in the US. Now coming back to his roots, that's one thing I like about him. That's what I want all the Indians who have gone abroad to come back to the country and do some service. And here is a doctor and doctor couple from Reddy. That's what they are doing over here. The most important thing that I found in this was diagnostic lab for pets. Very few. Not many are there. Like you said, for us, like ma'am spoke over here, the 16-year-old young lady who spoke quite some time ago, quite a while ago. We have to treat them as equals. They are our children. That's why I call, I don't allow anybody to call Thor a dog, as he is my son. So that is how I look at him. I had 7 sons and 6 daughters before my daughters came to me. So, and I've already told Dr. Dixon the notation for the 24th vaccination drive. She will definitely be here. So she asked me, Daddy, what are you doing there? I said, I came for this. She said, I should have been invited. Not you. So that's one thing. And then, of course, when he's giving the figures of the rabies and things, India, 20,000 people die of rabies, and that too, children below 15 years. That's quite alarming. So that is going to be taken care of if you are going to do the chipping. So you'll know very clearly. I told him to add an app to find out with the chip. Like you said, you can find out where they are. That's exactly how they do in the forest areas when they want the count of all the animals. They're all tagged. So that is one thing which will be interesting for you to know where all these pets are moving around. And definitely they are not going to be a nuisance value. How should you maintain them? How these strays should be homed is what I would like to know. So if they can be all taken care of. So many NGOs are there. I think we should all amalgamate and join together in one big organization in the future years to come. Say Hyderabad, all the pet lovers who are running small foundations you should be the forerunner in forming a company, public limited company, which has all these people joining you and doing it, so that all the pets in Hyderabad, all the pets in Telangana, all the pets in Andhra Pradesh will be taken care of in the future years to come. Individually, it is a big task. For me to take care of my one pet at home, I feel sad sometimes that I'm not at home. My wife is not at home. They're left to the care of the caretakers at home, whether he likes them.
No,
My
I
age is
did not.
69. I'll become 70 on July
You're
14.
always sweet 16 for me, sir.
Yeah, I'm 16, not 616. I'd like to be 16, but I'm of course 40. I just stopped it over there. I told God Almighty, Allah, the Jesus and Muruga that stop the age, that's enough. Don't make me older than 40. So I'll maintain that for another 60 years. So I'll love pets. I love people taking care of lives in the society, including plants. They have life.
Yeah.
Pets, they have life. We all have life around. And it is our duty when people has given something to you. In Tamil and Asura, sometimes I say, when God gives abundance of wealth to one particular person, it is not for you. It is not for you to keep it. It is for you to distribute among people who are less fortunate. You are doing that. I really appreciate what you are doing. I'm sure you are putting the right foot forward. And I hope you establish yourself not only in Telangana, start in Andhra Pradesh, Bangalore, Chennai, all the metropolitan cities, and go to nooks and corners. Villages do need them. Let us create a responsibility among the people that pets are to be loved and taken care of. Thank you.
బెనిఫిట్స్ తోటి హెచ్డిఆర్ఎఫ్ ఫౌండేషన్ ని స్థాపించడం జరిగింది. దాన్ని ఇప్పుడు హెచ్డిఆర్ఎఫ్ ఇండియాగా ఇక్కడ స్టార్ట్ చేసాం ఫస్ట్ టైం. సో హెచ్డిఆర్ఎఫ్ ఇండియా విల్ బి స్పాన్సర్డ్ బై 7 Oaks Pet Hospital in the US. సో దట్ ఈస్ ది ఇనిషియల్ ప్లాన్. తర్వాత ఇక్కడ హైదరాబాద్లో 7 Oaks Pet Hospital కూడా హైదరాబాద్లో స్థాపించడం జరుగుతుంది. మల్టీ స్పెషాలిటీ హాస్పిటల్ స్థాపించడం జరుగుతుంది. దీని తర్వాత ఆ కంపెనీ నుంచి వచ్చిన ప్రాఫిట్స్, అదీరు డయాగ్నోస్టిక్ ల్యాబ్ నుంచి వచ్చిన ప్రాఫిట్స్ని హెచ్డిఆర్ఎఫ్ ఇండియాకి మేము డైవర్ట్ చేసి దాని ద్వారా చారిటబుల్ ఇనిషియేటివ్స్ తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది.
మేడం కొంచెం లాంచ్ చేస్తాం. లాంచ్ was something I missed.
So I see a few people who run their own foundations in the audience here.
Oh,
So Satish, Vijaya, Abhishek.
thank you guys. So we are open.
Mom, sir, I have a supporting me. Archana knows it very well. I have about 12 indie dogs there, and I do adoption drives too. So I get the puppies on the streets and get them to Kachipodi Dog Park, and I have them there. So I would definitely be so happy if I can get some help from you.
Absolutely.
Because it's my own land, and I do a lot of service for them.
Yes.
I'm alone, and all my time is dedicated to them.
And what's your name, ma'am?
My name is Vijaya Reddy, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. I would definitely want help from you.
We appreciate everything
Thank
you're
you,
doing.
sir. Thank you so much.
That has come up in our
That will
meetings
be a
too.
long-term plan for us.
Yeah,
So-
because right now we are just launching, so we have to be recognized by the Animal Welfare Board of India and other things too, until we can talk to the government.
1980 level హాస్పిటల్ స్టార్ట్ చేశారు, కార్పొరేట్ లెవెల్ స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. అలాగా దే విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఫర్ పెట్స్. సో దే ఆర్ ద పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. దే ఆల్సో హ్యావ్ లైఫ్. సో లెట్ us టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ పెట్స్. సో దాని కోసం నాకు వచ్చాను వెరీ క్లోజ్ టు మీ అండ్ సిన్స్ యూఆర్ క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. It is a time when they need to be given some kind of a support. They need support, and especially they are not doing any CSR activities. They are doing their own money from 7 Oaks Pet Hospital. The profit, అక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చిన ప్రాఫిట్ని ఫౌండేషన్ పెట్టి they are doing service to the community. Thank you.
Launch చేశారు. మనీ డంకన్ ఫౌండేషన్ ఈరోజు లాంచ్ చేశాము. 2019 యూఎస్లో లాంచ్ చేశాము. 5 years నుంచి అండ్ ఆ ఫౌండేషన్ 24 rounds వ్యాక్సిన్ టైం ఉంది. సో అది ఫస్ట్ ఇనిషియేటివ్. తర్వాత 2 months 3 months లోపట్లో మేము మైక్రోచిప్ ఇనిషియేటివ్ తీసుకుంటాం. అది చాలా పెద్ద ఇనిషియేటివ్ ఉంటుంది. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద అంటే అన్ని స్ట్రే డాగ్స్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ రీజన్లో మైక్రోచిప్ చేసి ఒక డేటాబేస్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత మేము ఏబీసీ ప్రోగ్రాము, మిగతా వ్యాక్సిన్స్, మిగతా వ్యాక్సినేషన్ డ్రైవ్ ఇట్లా అన్నీ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాము. ఆ తర్వాత మేము రెఫరెన్స్ ల్యాబ్, వెటర్నరీ రెఫరెన్స్ డయాగ్నాస్టిక్ ల్యాబ్ ఒకటి అది స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాము. దెన్ 2-3 months దాని తర్వాత మల్టీ స్పెషాలిటీ యానిమల్ హాస్పిటల్, ఈ మల్టీ స్పెషాలిటీ యానిమల్ హాస్పిటల్ అండ్ వెటర్నరీ రెఫరెన్స్ డయాగ్నోస్టిక్ కలిసి హర్మాయినీ డంకన్ అండ్ రెడ్డి ఫౌండేషన్ అంటే ఆ ప్రాఫిట్స్ హర్మాయినీ డంకన్ అండ్ రెడ్డి ఫౌండేషన్
Abhishek is our family.
అండ్ దెన్ ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే లోకల్ ఎన్జిఓస్ సపోర్ట్ చేస్తాం. లైక్ గ్రాంట్స్ అయినా ఏదైనా ఫండింగ్ అయినా లేకపోతే డబ్బులు అయినా, ఎందుకంటే అన్నీ మేము ఒకటే హైదరాబాద్లో చేయలేము. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు మేము ఎన్జిఓస్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటాము అండ్ వాళ్ళకు కూడా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తాము. ప్రామిసింగ్.
Okay, sir.
I am not carrying. My daughter's name is
आप ठहरो सर,
ले लिए ना, आप नहीं लिए?
लिया लिया अभी लो अभी।
इनके साथ बड़े सुंदर लगे। बेटी का नाम ही है
are biting and all. Obviously, they will bite when their stomach is vacant. They need to be fed properly. Everybody wastes so much of food in the family. Why not throw that in one bowl? Let they be fed by themselves. Then there wouldn't be a bite at all. Right. That is what was my argument in Old Malakpet and Toli Chowki, all that places. On Sunday also I am not at home, just doing all this work, working for the society and all. It is not, see, being educated, we have to keep people learn about they also have a right to live.
Yes.
There are many dogs which have been smashed. The dog which I have now is 8 years old and everybody was afraid to adopt it. It got his neck cut and it had 74 sutures. I removed my dupatta, tried to it because it was bleeding. The person who met with an accident, he was taken care by 108. But the poor thing was just doing like this. I applied leave. I told my boss, I'm not coming to office today. Big accident happened here. He got happened to me. Let him think whatever he wants. I took the dog, took it to Narayanguda hospital, got it operated, 74 stitches. 5 days I was with him, putting him on my lap, giving him feed by funnel and all. Now today he is such a sweet dog. Whenever I keep shlokas, I keep Kandasashti Kavacham, he sits and listens. And little if it is switched off, he will come and pull me. He'll say this is off now. So what animals need is pet. No animals bite until you harm them. This is what I keep telling everybody. Today I found this program is this one. I am his fan particularly. I met him last time also with his wife in Raj Bhavan when our governor took oath. And being a Tamilian, I feel very proud when he is sitting there. And I've been a core fan of his. I've seen all his young days movies also. Till today, I'm 60 today.
He's still very young, ma'am.
No, I also feel, seeing such people, I feel young. I'm 60 today, but still I feel I'm 16. I put 0 in the back and I work. So when we tune our head like that, we can definitely reach any goal what we have in life. So whenever I see him, I feel very much boosted. I say, when he can work, why not we all can work? That's it. And my message to the people around and in and around people also, give them also a place to live. They have a right to live. God has created everybody equally. Why we be so selfish that only we should live? Why people take only hybrid dogs? Why they take only pedigree dogs? They should. If you take a local dog also, it can be converted into a pedigree dog. That is my say. So my emotions inside this one was burning desire to speak. So I have spoken, though I was not entitled, but I am a pet lover. I think I have right to speak in the society because I live in this society. Thank you.
I'm glad you spoke. Thank you, ma'am. And where are you? Now, where do you do your volunteer work? Which area?
There is, we have no volunteer at all. We don't have any particular area. Wherever we find a dog, we take it. I'm particularly from Sainikpuri, defense area. So that area, I have no jurisdictions kept for myself. Anytime 2 o'clock also the call comes, I pick them up, go to Putli Bauli, leave them in the kennel. Next day go there back and check if they have really taken care of it. All this, and I am very daring to, by God's grace. At 1 o'clock also I dare to go and pick up the dog and go. I have some volunteers with me. I call them, Karthik, what you are doing? You are sleeping, get up. One dog we have to rescue. So ma'am, nidra vastadi, nothing doing, get up. Come back and sleep till tomorrow, I won't disturb you. Then he used to come. Like that we used to do. There is no jurisdiction to do good work. That is what I feel.
Absolutely. Thank you, ma'am.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
Does anybody-
రైస్ అంతా ఉంటుంది, అది ఇంజెక్షన్ లాగానే ఉంటుంది అనమాట. కొంచెం పెద్ద నీళ్ళు ఉంటుంది, సో యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ పుష్ ఇట్. వెల్ యానిమల్ ఈస్ స్టిల్ ఇంజెక్షన్ ఇచ్చినట్టే అంతే. దెర్ ఇస్ నో డిఫరెన్స్.
Sir, rescue van patent, sir. That is my single plea.
రెస్క్యూ వ్యాన్, అబ్సల్యూట్లీ.
So we'll take note of all the requests that are coming from the audience
Sir,
and
please
we'll,
take the second-hand vehicle and get them painted and get it done, sir. It is occasionally used.
Yeah, we have a plan of. Yeah.
We find lots of problem in odd hours, sir.
Yeah, we call it as a pet ambulance. That's what we have in Tampa, Florida. It's called Acclaimed Express. So that's our ambulatory service anamata. Ever pilsna gani, we will go there and pick up their pet. So that is what our plan is here. At least oka 2 vans anna.
Something like an ambulance, sir, where you also have IV fluid just to boost up the.
fully equipped ఉంటాయండి.
Ambulance will be completely equipped.
No,
Yeah.
we don't want sophisticated, but we definitely want a van.
No, we would do our best to equip the van with everything what is needed.
I'm
And
always with you all, sir. I'm
I
always with you.
I do realize that India lo pets, I've seen it, people are carrying it on the scooter or motorcycle and the pet is bleeding, so that I definitely see that. Videos of the chusta untanu kada.
Anybody else?
Can you share more details about the hospitals that
Which would have pretty much everything under one roof, including the blood machines and CTs and MRIs and everything. And the area we haven't yet isolated or pinpoint, but it will be in the city, within the city. And once the diagnostic lab has been set up, then we will move on to setting up a multi-specialty hospital, which will include everything under one roof. That is internal medicine or surgery, or you talk about oncology, or you talk about ophthalmology or dermatology. So we are going to create different departments, exactly the way the hospitals are run in US, because pets are entitled for them and there are specialists available, and there is so much technologies there which is not available in India. Unfortunately, Indian market is 20 years behind the US market. And a month ago I did a big seminar at our veterinary college in Rajendra Nagar also. So they gave me a tour of my alma mater. That's where I graduated. So I went and checked all the departments, especially the clinical science department. I mean, they do have equipment, but people are not trained to use them. The government has set up extra units in most of the district veterinary clinics. Even the ministers have told me, and they have those, but nobody is using because they don't know how to use it. That's the unfortunate part.
Any other questions?
So the microchip thing you were talking about is
In 3 to 4 months. After this vaccination drive we are launching with our project, which will start in 2 to 3 months, and it will continue for probably 6 months or longer or so, until we at least get 80% of the pets microchipped in the city.
when are you planning to do this vaccination there?
24th at
At the Necklace Road dog park. So we request you to pass around the word. We have a vaccination drive for both 7-in-1 and anti-rabies happening on the Necklace Road.
Also, if you could announce that day for the sterilization also. After 2
Sterilization will be a
littering,
little more time, ma'am.
that is one more camp we can keep.
Yeah, sterilization it takes a lot of
After
infrastructure.
2-3 littering of the dogs, they become very weak.
Right, but what I want to do is, my goal is to get as many microchip dogs and create the database, and then go and start sterilizing or more vaccinations. That way we can continue to
That
create
is,
the
go
database.
ahead, you can do that.
Right, that's what it is.
So this is the first. Many more initiatives coming up in the next few months. Our plans will be announced very soon. Do we have any other questions?
I think Sandhya has a comment. I missed it.
Okay, just talking a little bit about the Hermione Duncan Reddy Foundation that we have in Tampa. We are having a branch, or we are moving the same foundation here in India. Like what we do with this foundation in US is like all our locations, the hospital locations and the store locations are all linked to the foundation, and then we help the pets who need help. Like so there are people who walk into the hospital, say for example, and then they are not able to, this is for the diagnostics or for the treatment of the animal for the illnesses, chronic illnesses or the acute illnesses, and they just want to euthanize that. We started this foundation, and then this and when we take up those animals, like we run through their everybody, like the people who need help, we take care of the animals, and we take the animals with us, and then we have volunteers who help in the hospital. We use our own hospitals and our own diagnostic labs to diagnose the diseases, and then our doctors help through the treatment plan and all that. So just recently I'll tell you a story of a small golden retriever that walked into one of the clinics. Like this breeder, he had like 6 litters of these cute puppies, and he came for a 2-week checkup of all these litter. And then one of the litters, like one of the baby, he had like abnormal heart function. And then the breeder didn't want to take him home. Like he said, I don't need him. Like I can't sell the puppy with this condition. So we, the doctors and the staff in our clinic, they took him, and then we started the diagnosis, and then he had really bad prognosis anyways, but we wanted to take him and feed him, keep him, like each doctor and the staff people, we took him home like every night, took care of the puppy. And then my daughter, she brought the puppy home for 3 days, and we lost him though because of the acute illness, which was sad, but we finally felt it was a sense of satisfaction for all of us that we could give him a good life, at least that 1 week or 2 weeks of time that we could do for him. Now that's what we do at the foundation in US, and then this is a teamwork that we have at the hospital, because it's doctor's time and the staff time is equal to money. So it's like kind of they donate their time in taking care of the pets who need help. So that's the foundation is about. So we want to bring the same infrastructure and the same strategy here in India, and that way we have a self-sustained foundation too here, and that way we can help more number of pets.
What we want to do is, I know there are a lot of NGOs like you and others too who would need some funds. So we want you to apply through our website. There will be an application process, and when you apply through our website, we already created a program where, based on the requirements what we have, it might reject some of the applications, and then the rest of the applications will go to our committee, which is part of our board.